In 1986, they were the best of friends. 20 years later, on the night of their high school reunion, one of them has been murdered. This is the story of 6 friends told over 20 years. Each chapter is a new year. Each year brings us one step closer to the truth.
Previously on Reunion.
Your baby's name is Amy Elizabeth Phillips, adopted by Paul and Megan Phillips.
This is a very difficult decision for us.
If you hire me, I will treat Amy like she's one of my own.
I don't need this to be any harder than it already is, so I'm telling you to leave.
She's gone.
Gone?
Megan, she left me.
I really am trying to change.
Mom, I mean, you're not a drunk, but you're still a...
You remember what we said a couple years ago? About getting married if we're still both single at 30?
First my father, and now Sam? Is there anything about you that's not a lie? I went to prison for you! You destroyed every dream I had for myself!
Well, my timing's never been great, Sam, but come away with me.
If only it were that simple.
Open the damn door!
One of you pulled the trigger. One of you, in cold blood, shot and killed one of your best friends.
Think staring at that wall is gonna help you figure out which one of them murdered their best friend?
What's in the bag?
Video camera. Sergeant Fisher thinks you're obsessed with this case. Wants you to record your interrogations. Guess she's afraid you're gonna resort to unorthodox methods.
I wonder what makes her think that.
Yeah, so you added to your collection. What happened to that last friend, the one you had trouble pinning down?
I'm on my way to take her statement now.
All right. Good luck.
Yep.
Hey, whoa. What's this?
Crime scene photo of our Vic. Guys downtown sent the murder book over this morning.
God, she was beautiful.
Yeah. Way too young to die.
Cut, please.
Okay, the good news is that was a really great take. The bad news is that your mother's on the phone.
I told you, tell her I'll call her back.
I've told her that the last 16 times. She swears it's something really important.
It's me, Mom. What do you want?
You've done an admirable job trying to keep Brewster Group afloat since your father was incarcerated. But I guess...
No, I told you, I'm keeping this company going. At least until he's out of prison.
I'm not sure how you're gonna do that, Craig. Unless you want to pay him a visit, find out where he socked away the rest of those assets.
I'm not going back to my father for help. He thinks I've been a failure my entire life. I'm not gonna prove him right.
Have you told Samantha about your situation yet?
Why don't you stick to the numbers and let me handle my marriage, okay?
Married life. God, married life's great. Craig's been great, really. Everything's, yeah, I know, great. So, how are things at the apartment these days?
Fine. You know, it's been almost a year since Megan left. She was so unstable. Paul's probably better off without her. And Amy, too.
So, Paul doesn't mind you sneaking your mystery boyfriend into the house?
Samantha!
Come on. I've never seen you so happy. How come you won't tell me what you're seeing?
Because every time I talk about these things, I jinx them.
God, it's not Aaron, is it?
What are you talking about? He's still in Prague. Besides, it was one night, okay? I'm not gonna wait around my whole life for Aaron Lewis.
Uh-huh.
I have met somebody else.
Yes, someone you're never gonna introduce us to.
You are so beautiful.
How long have you been watching me sleep?
Not long. Just got up myself.
Is Amy up?
Not a peep. God. How could I love you so much and know so little about you?
Maybe that's why you love me.
No, I'm serious. You're You're like this enigma. You mysteriously appear in my life 2 years ago, and I've never met your family. Not a single one of your friends. You do have friends, don't you?
Ha.
Ha. I know, you're embarrassed to introduce them to your elderly gentleman friend.
Elderly gentleman friend. Shut up.
All right. I got that. Hello. Hello. Hung up 3rd time this week.
Yeah, it's probably just some kids.
Carla. Those phone calls. If your friends want to call you here, they don't need to be embarrassed. This is your house, too.
I don't know anything about who's calling.
Because I don't want you to feel like you have to hide anything. You know, like all your other boyfriends.
I promise I'm not hiding anything from you.
Thanks for coming.
What's so urgent? Did something happen?
A detective, Marjorino, he got to her before we did. He's taking her statement today.
You're kidding, right? Because that was supposed to be your job. You weren't supposed to let that happen.
What do you want me to do, Carla? We're not exactly on the best terms these days.
Don't you get it? We are screwed. She's gonna tell him everything.
Do the lights have to be so bright? Thank you. Well, I have a lot to say, so I guess I'll just take it slowly. The truth is, my friends and I have always had a lot of secrets. You're asking me about a difficult time. 1990. We'd all gone our separate ways, really. Aaron was in Prague. Jenna was in Los Angeles. Carla was becoming more and more isolated in her own world. And Will was getting as far away from all of us as he possibly could. And Craig and I, we were in our first year of marriage. The first 6 months were magical. Which leads me to the next 6 months. So, anything new with work?
Work? No, work's great. Business is fantastic.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I better get going. I have to pick Jenna up at the airport. But she came to see her mother. And I have my orientation for first-year med students tonight. See ya.
Sam,
Yeah.
why'd you marry me?
What a funny question. Because I love you. Because you're my best friend and because there's no one in the world I'd rather be married to.
Attack position, move! Butt stroke to the head, slash series, at combat speed, move! On my command to fall out and fall in on your gear for a 15-minute break. Fall out! Over at the barracks, double time.
Whose face do you see when you're doing that? I feel sorry for that guy.
What's doing all these letters anyway? I'm surprised your hand hasn't fallen off.
For my sister. She thinks I'm dead if she doesn't get one every week. What's the matter? Don't you got anyone to write to?
No, the people I'd want to write to back home wouldn't want to hear from me. Not after last year, anyway.
Guess that's why you enlisted, huh? So you probably don't care about these rumors that we're next to ship out. Man, my sister's freaking.
Kuwait doesn't scare me. I've been to worse places without ever leaving Bedford.
Yeah, don't tell me. More about the girl who got away?
What do you know about girls?